So, my good man,
Yeah.
thank you very much once again for tuning to Striker. We are with Kibaba again, second time, championing the teams that we are having this weekend.
Yes.
How does the league look? Who is packed on top?
I would Arsenal, Leicester City, still on top.
Yeah. And then we are on week 3.
Yes.
Tell me about Manchester United. I mean, they are meeting which team?
They are playing Brighton.
They're playing Brighton.
Funny enough, is they also drawn Brighton in the EFL Cup.
Yeah.
So there are quite consecutive fixtures coming on.
Yeah. So they are saying that Ole is not very much on the wheel this time round. That it was a fluke that he was carried by Bruno Fernandes.
Yes.
In terms of 14 penalties, carried him
a record.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think of in the last episode we talked about the first 11 for Manchester United. First of all, do you think that they are going to maintain top 4 this season?
I would feel they can maintain, but the problem comes with Ole is maintaining the same string of players.
Yeah.
And because he achieved results with it maybe for the 6 games and then maintained the same. But the way EPL runs with the many games and having players not even having enough rest, then it's going to have to hound them. But then it brings about the question is they needed to add on, but they haven't done. So it really brings about their squad depth in question.
Yeah. Why do you think they need to take note of? Is it their defense? Is it their striking force? Is it their midfield?
I would put
now that Pogba is back fit and he struggled last season towards the match of last season, towards the end of last season. Yeah.
In terms of strength, they really need to strengthen their defense, and especially in central defense.
Yeah.
Definitely the partnership between Lindelof and Maguire, there are many questions being raised on. They really utilize their flanks with Wan-Bissaka, but going forward, Wan-Bissaka in the final output really becomes a problem. But then when you look at with how they've set up their strike force, then they really they look so energetic and they can fight for goals, but then at the back they're really being hit. But you see right now they have 2 of the best goalkeepers, so you'd find that at least in that if they are able to sort out their central defense, then it's good. But again, on the papers you've seen they're looking for Alex Telles from Porto, so that's a plus because I've seen Alex play and really that would be a plus for them. But central defense work.
Chelsea opened their season against Brighton.
Yes.
And as a Chelsea fan and as a general football fan, I thought that they played very well. The gentleman that we let go, Lamptey, very good on the wings.
Very good.
And what I've realized about Brighton is that they are not timid. Yeah, they can fight.
They can fight for it.
And I like the way they played against Chelsea because they were playing from the back, very calm on the ball. And to be very honest with you, I think that Chelsea was lucky to get a 3-1 victory.
They were lucky because they just took the opportunities that was presented to them. But if you look at the way Brighton was set up, because they're also playing now with the 3 at the back and 5 in midfield, and you see Lamptey has been pushed forward, and he really tormented Marcos Alonso.
Yeah.
And it was so bad to see that, but they were really a top side. Yeah.
Do you think they're going to maintain their position? Their positioning, like in terms of play?
Yes, they would maintain, because I think last season they were top 10 as well. I think they were just number 10, and for them they can carry on that play. So how
about the lineup? Do you think they're going to go with the 5 in the midfield?
They will still maintain the same because they are really utilizing Lamptey. He's just the best guy, because if you look at I think they have Trossard and Maupay, they just need that delivery at the front, and that's how even they managed to beat Arsenal even last year. But for now,
where does Manchester United win this game? They win it in the midfield. They win it on attack.
In attack. Manchester United is only in attack.
Yeah.
The way they play and the way Bruno Fernandes has been set up,
Yeah.
because he just plays behind Greenwood, Rashford, and Martial. So if they can maintain that, because again, Brighton have an issue of, at the back with the mistakes they do, because that mistake, if they take it very well, then they can win it.
And then we have Manchester City. I watched their game against who? The last people they played on Monday, or against who in Choguna? They were playing against West Ham, right? Or was it West?
What they play with?
Manchester City played against West Ham, right?
Must have been West Ham.
No, it was not Antonio.
It wasn't West Ham.
It wasn't West Ham. It was which guys?
West Ham played Arsenal.
West Ham played Arsenal.
Because they had a late kickoff.
Yeah, a late kickoff on Monday. On Monday night, right?
Yeah,
right,
Monday
right,
night.
Right. West Brom? No. Anyway, let's go on. Most of the pundits are giving this season to Manchester City. Wolves. Yes, they played Wolves. Yeah. Most of the let's talk about. I saw the City that took the league in 2018, 2019. Yeah. They were fast. They were really fast, and even though Wolves is also a team to reckon with, it's not a team to walk over. Manchester City really played a very fast game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing about City, because going forward, the way Pep has set up that team, it's always going forward, they are always outstanding. And I think them also missing Aguero last season really...
Is he back?
Yeah, it's bad, because if you look at Gabriel Jesus, he's not that kind of player who can...
erratic.
He's not that player who can fit in into that. But if you really look at their midfield with De Bruyne, he's really carried that team. Yeah, it's really good. But then again, look at their defense as well. They also have some issues, and I think bringing in Nathan Ake, it's really quite, because I was also surprised that Pep Guardiola played Nathan Ake and John Stones in that game. So
and
you find that
John made some serious tackles.
Yes, I was also surprised to see John Stones in that lineup, because he was a forgotten man, and there were a lot of talks. Do
you think he's going to stay and fight for his place, or he might move on?
No, I think he's going to stay. He's going, with the price tag on him. He's going to stay, because you see, City have tried even Fernandinho at the back, but you've seen he's good. Sometimes there are a lot of issues, red card, penalties, and all that. So you'd rather have a person who stays in that defense
and who knows what
he knows what to do,
what they are doing,
because you can see the way he played at Everton, he was really great. So I think it's just about rediscovering his form. That's what I would say.
So whom do you give this to?
I'll still give to Man City.
Leicester,
no, they're still...
Leicester has some flashes of brilliance.
Yes, it is. They have, but they're really... I wouldn't say... Because... would you call them a selling team? Because you see, they keep on reducing their team while bringing in new players every season.
But you see, sometimes you really can't... the truth is, these days when a big team... Always, I think it's just always. When a big team comes calling, they leave. Like, for example, if City wants a player from one of the opponents, they will get them. If Barcelona comes and wants a player from Tottenham, they will go. If Real Madrid wants a player from Wolves, they will go. If Liverpool goes to Wolves and tell them that we want, is it Jota? They will go. So sometimes I think their hands are really tied. If a player does not want to play for you, what do you do?
It's I think it's about rediscovering that chemistry, because the moment you move, and it's always the best players who go.
Yeah.
So you'll find that it really affects their team chemistry. But I think their first game, I think the last two games they've really played well. It's not gonna be easy, but I see City taking it, and also they're playing away from home. As much as there are no fans, but there's still a motivation for City.
For City.
Yeah, but they had a flash at Wolves. They really they didn't have all the energy until the last minutes, when they were able to kill off the game.
Arsenal, my friend, 3 games, 3 wins. Teta is doing something exceptional, or it's just Would you say that Arteta has changed anything at?
That one I'm sure of.
Yeah,
I would say I'm sure. I've liked the way Arteta has transformed that team. The way you looked at Arsenal playing even the time of Unai Emery, you'd feel like a mistake was just coming. But right now, they've really set up well.
Xhaka is not getting any red cards anymore.
No more, yeah. And their defense is, you find that they are still utilizing David Luiz, and they're still. So it just shows how Arteta has set them up to play differently from what they've done before. As much as they don't focus on that possession play, but right now they hit you, and they hit you on the counter.
Even the Egyptian that was such an average player has come on. He's playing really, really well.
So I think it's about the style of play. Sometimes we may blame players that they're not living to the transfer they did, but also look at even a different coach comes in and set them well. So you find that it suits your style of play. Right now they brought back Ceballos, so they are maintaining the same as they played last season. Willian in the first game, he was outstanding.
Yeah.
But then
how did you fare in the other game?
I can't because in the second game he was really off. He was really, really, really off.
But Willian also is known to be very brilliant
and that's the thing
when they're playing a team that is not so good.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He has a kind of play whereby he's good, sometimes not good, but at the end of it he really produces things that are brilliant. Because I've seen guys trying to compare goals that now Aubameyang is scoring, and it looks to be something they're practicing in the field, from the back then to the wing, and then they change the wing.
They also like, an Arsenal fan told me that they will still play with Aubameyang because they're really overloading the left. If you look at the way they play, the ball comes to the midfield, and they look at the left, where Aubameyang is.
Yeah.
All right. Do you think they're capable of beating beating Liverpool on Monday?
This one is quite an interesting one because I feel Arsenal have taken back their mantle of being a top team, and I think that's what's pushing them. And for me, in this game, I see maybe we may have our first draw of the season. Yeah. But
we have not had a draw.
We've not had a draw.
Really?
No. The first two weekends, I've not produced a draw.
Wow.
So it was pegging on Liverpool and Chelsea, but that's the one that went away. So there is no draw so far.
Yeah. Chelsea should have done better.
Yeah. Yeah, but that game, it's going to be an interesting one. Looking at the last two results that Arsenal done, and especially going back to the charity the charity cup. Yeah, for community.
The charity
shield.
cup. Yes, now in Njuguna you hear it's a charity cup.
Yeah. No, it used to be called that way. It's a charity because that game is for charity. All the proceeds go to.
If somebody gets away with a cucumber there, they shouldn't brag.
It's just like it's a league just to open up the league. Yeah, it's more like a friendly actually. It's not actually, they call it a friendly. Yeah, it's just to make sure that we've set over the league.
A cup is a cup. That is a very important statement.
Remember that one is a plate.
At Emirates.
Remember that one is a plate. Yeah, but Arteta has set up that team. I'm proud of what he has done. I've no doubt about that, and I think he's really building that team slowly by slowly. He's really building it up. And I think the way he told Willian, in 3 years they're going to win the Champions League. Let's see how it plays.
He told William that they're going to...
That's why he signed a 3-year contract.
They're going to beat... they're going to beat Bayern for the first time.
So let's go and see.
Tottenham has a lot of games coming up.
They have a congested fixture schedule, and you know their game again with Leyton Orient was pushed again, so they need to be fixed somewhere. And the league has started late. Remember the winter, I think this season there will not be that winter break, so they're going to be playing through. So it comes back again to their squad depth, but with the additions they'll pull through it.
Chelsea is playing West Brom.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think?
That's a win for Chelsea. Outfit. If you look at West Brom, the last 2 games, the way they've played, they still have that mentality of the championship. As much as they've managed to come back, but they have a lot to do. And I think they're not going to have their coach this weekend. I think from the red card of last weekend, and I think the last weekend they also played against. They played 10 men towards it. So.
They played that game really well until they got a red card.
Until they got a red card, it was all for all. But let's see.
So you feel that Chelsea is going to?
Maybe I'm speaking as a fan.
Can become very tough.
It can. Yes.
All right. So thank you very much for tuning in once again. That is our predictions and our analysis for the weekend. I'm hoping that we'll see what happens.
Sure.
We hope for the first draw of the season.
Okay, give me your predictions.
For which game?
Arsenal Liverpool.
Arsenal Liverpool. I think Liverpool will beat them narrowly. City will beat Leicester. Chelsea, I'll see. I don't know, but they're going to be exciting. I'll give it to Chelsea.
Okay.
All right, and
Manchester
United. I'm hoping they get their first win.
And they would. They would, I believe. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Until next time. Goodbye.